I thought giving her one last chance was the right thing to do. We'd been married for 10 years, built a life, a home. But the distance between us had grown into a canyon. I found the messages, the late-night calls. The evidence was undeniable. When I confronted her, she cried, she begged, she swore it was a mistake and would never happen again. Part of me, the part that still remembered our wedding day, wanted to believe her. So, I laid out my one condition: complete honesty, no more secrets, and cutting off all contact with the other person. She agreed to everything, promising a fresh start. For a moment, I actually felt a flicker of hope. Maybe we could fix this. Maybe our love was strong enough to survive this betrayal. We started going to counseling. We talked more in that first week than we had in the past year. It felt like we were making progress, like the foundations we'd built were still there, just buried under years of neglect. She seemed committed, showing me her phone without me asking, telling me where she was going. I started to relax, thinking the worst was over. I wanted our family to heal. I wanted the woman I fell in love with back. That hope, that fragile little bit of light, made me blind to what was really happening. I was so focused on rebuilding that I missed the signs, the tiny cracks that were already forming in her new promises. The first red flag was small. She said she was going out with her girlfriends, a much-needed girls' night. I encouraged it, thinking it was a healthy step. But when I called her later that evening just to say goodnight, she didn't pick up. A few hours passed, and a cold feeling started to creep into my stomach. She finally texted back after midnight, saying her phone had died and she was sorry. A simple explanation, but it felt off. The next day, I happened to be talking to one of the friends she was supposedly with. I casually mentioned their girls' night, and she looked at me, confused. "What girls' night?" she asked. "We haven't all gone out together in months." My heart sank. The lie was so blatant, so careless. That one lie unraveled everything. It was like a switch flipped in my head. I wasn't a husband trying to save his marriage anymore. I was an investigator looking for the truth I already suspected. I didn't have to look far. The last chance I had given her, the one she swore she would honor, lasted less than 2 weeks. All the promises were just words, a temporary performance to get me off her back. She hadn't ended the affair at all. She had just gotten better at hiding it. The pain was different this time. It wasn't just the shock of betrayal. It was the sting of my own foolishness for believing her. I had given her the trust she hadn't earned, and she shattered it without a second thought. There was no big confrontation this time, no yelling, no tears. I just calmly packed a bag. When she came home and saw my suitcase by the door, the color drained from her face. "What are you doing?" she asked, her voice trembling. I looked at her, and for the first time, I didn't see the woman I married. I saw a stranger. "You broke your promise," I said, my voice flat. "There are no more chances. Leaving the home we built together was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but staying would have been impossible. Sometimes, the only way to heal is to walk away completely. My new life is just beginning, and while the scars are still there, I know I made the right choice. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know you're not alone. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.